Lord, gusto ko nang yumaman. Payamanin mo na ako, Lord. Sige na, please. Magbabago na ako, Lord. Bigyan mo na ako ng kotse, bahay. Mayaman na mayaman, Lord. Yung talagang kahit ako nagugulat sa kayamanan. Yung mga ganong level, Lord. Namaskaram. Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar is a Hindu greeting that says the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. My name is Marky Mendoza. Welcome to Reiki with Marky, and yet another meaningful episode here in our YouTube channel. But before anything else, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And do not forget to hit the bell button so that you will always be updated in our upcoming episodes here in our show. Then, without further ado, this is part 2 of our Living an Abundant Life series. And this is going to be another meaningful episodes dahil magbibigay tayo ng 4 easy steps na naman, parang yung last episode natin. Kung nagustuhan nyo ito, this is a good follow-through. Now, this time naman, in our part 2 of Living an Abundant Life series, we're going to discuss abundance through devotion. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Ito na yung hihingi tayo ng tulong kay God. Ito na yung ipagpipray natin yung mga kailangan nating i-manifest na kailangan, mga needs, mga wants in our life, may it be in career, may it be in business, may it be anything that would generate our financial resources. And without further ado, let's go. 4 easy steps, and this is step number 1. Step number 1, of course, kung devotion, edi, let's find time to pray or even meditate. This is really the perfect time that we are going to pour our heart out to God. Kakausapin natin si God and we are going to express our intention of what we want and need to manifest. In this case, if this can be a promotion, this can be a business that you would want to be a manifest, or again, anything that you feel is something that will generate income for you. Parang this is really the time na para tayong hindi siya yung hihingi tayo kay hihiling kay Santa Claus, no? Kasi talagang didirekta tayo kay God. But it's important to know, as we are going to set our devotion, that means we are continuously including this in our prayers. Ibig sabihin, we are consistently and continuously going to pray hard to God. Kaya nga devotion. We are going to devote our time to let God know and to let God know that we are consistent with what we want to manifest. Tip number 2, be willing to let go of something. Now, anong ibig sabihin nito? Remember the second universal spiritual law, the law of resonance. Cause and effect. Kung anong tinanim, siyang aanihin. Why? Because this is the law of attraction as we commonly know it. Now, in this spiritual universal law, since alam natin kung anong tinanim, siyang aanihin, dun sa sinabi kong step number 2, be willing to let go of something. What is something that we are willing to let go to manifest what? We can do charity work. Now, the charity work is not necessarily monetary. Let's be clear na hindi lang pera. Although yes, halimbawa, kung pera talaga yung minamanifest natin, baka feeling natin for us to really get money equally, because di ba nga, that's equal energy, puro perang iisipin natin. Actually, hindi ito limited sa pera lamang. This can be as simple of being kind, being loving, being caring as much as you can. It's very simple. So, if we can choose happiness, if we can choose to love, if we can choose to give love to anyone and to everyone, you are willing to be patient, you're willing to let go of anger, willing to let go of hate, this is really something that would generate a lot of abundance. Believe me, and that's very simple. But of course, when it comes to charity work, if you have extra, it can be money, if you have extra money, if you have extra food, or any given opportunity na you can give selflessly, then go ahead. Because this definitely sends a good message to God na ikaw ay matulungin. In short, ikaw ay willing magbigay sa kapwa. Ibig sabihin, ang Diyos ay mas magiging willing na bigyan ka pa ng bigyan ng maraming blessing. Now, tip number 3, do the hard work. Okay, ito yung part na sinasabi natin na talagang sa Tagalog, ito yung sinasabi natin na nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao ang gawa. At totoo yun. Siyempre, alam mo yung concept na halimbawa, and I see myself doing this. No? Sinasabi ko na, pag tumama ako sa loto, itong bibiling ko. Pag tumama ako sa loto, itong gagawin ko. Pero hindi naman ako tumataya sa loto. Okay? So, nag-pray tayo kay God, halimbawa, nag-pray tayo ng promotion, o nag-pray tayo ng business, nag-pray tayo ng new business venture, or something that would generate new funds or financial resources on your end, pero hindi tayo gumagalaw. So, saan huhugutin ni God yung blessing? Okay, so we have to get our hands dirty. We have to be consistent at work. Lahat ng energy natin will be going towards work. We have to perform our best. We need to always find and more ways, more opportunities. Kung paano syempre tayo magkakaroon pa ng opportunity to also get the blessing. In short, kailangan talagang kumayod, kailangan gumalaw. And we have to do it consistently because that is step number 4. Repeat the process consistently. You have to be consistent. Hindi naman pwede na ang consistent lang sa atin yung magpe-pray lang tayo na magpe-pray, pero yung us doing the hard work hindi consistent. Again, cause and effect. Kung anong tinanim, siyang aanihin. Look at it this way. Kapag ba ang nagtatanim ng bigas, isang piraso lang ba, and you're expecting yung isang stock ng bigas na yon magge-generate ng maraming sako? Syempre, hindi. We have to continuously do it. We have to do it so many times. In such a way, kung anong tinanim, definitely siya rin ang aanihin. Now, let's face it. These are literally 4 easy steps. Kung tutuusin, this is fairly something that we all know, okay? But if we're going to apply it, o kung gagawin na natin, sometimes nandun yung challenge. So, in our 5 Reiki Principles, this is the perfect opportunity para naman tayo ay magkaroon ng malakas na motivation on how we will also keep our feet on the ground, be humble, and be very patient as well. So again, our 5 Reiki Principles, just for today, I shall trust. I will trust na hindi ito parusa ng Diyos. Kung wala pang blessing, I will trust that God is really just teaching me to be patient, to work hard, for me to really get my rhythm, for me to be really hardworking, to be very efficient at work, and trust that every single time that we exert all the efforts that we need, trust na talagang tayo ay mabibigyan ng blessing. And just for today, I shall work honestly. And you know what? There are a lot of opportunities, and dito rin ako nanggagaling. And you know what? I consistently tell myself this every day. The only time na talagang makaka-improve lang tayo sa sarili natin, kung titignan natin ang sarili natin, ay kapag tayo ay palaging honest sa sarili natin. Today ba did I do my best? Today ba did I really work hard? Today, have I given my all? For me to say that I have really given my fair share. Kasi nga, nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa taong gawa. Gumalaw ba ako today? And kung hindi, and you deny yourself of it, di paano tayo makakapagbago? Sinabi ko na to dati in our previous episodes. Kung may mga times na talaga makakapagsinungaling tayo sa iba, pero wag na wag sa sarili natin. We owe ourselves the honesty that we deserve every time. Because again, it really is important para makita natin kung paano tayo magbabago. And because just for today, I shall receive all blessings, that in itself is an instant blessing. You being able to handle the truth, you being able to work hard, efficiently, continuously, consistently, that in itself is a blessing. Because let's face it, not everybody would have the opportunity to work hard because of any given situation. But ikaw, you have that blessing. Also, at the same time, hindi porke naghihintay tayo ng blessing para dumating and we are working hard, tapos there are times that we become very impatient and ma-feel natin na ang tagal, o ma-feel natin na parang medyo nagiging nakakayamot na, medyo nakakalungkot na yung waiting game. Ibig sabihin ba nito, pinaparusahan na ako o hindi na darating yung blessing? Just be patient. Ang blessing naman doon, habang naghihintay tayo dumating yung blessing, makikita natin kung paano pa tayo makakahanap ng opportunity. Baka naman meron pa akong kailangan gawin. Baka naman patience ang kailangan ko rin gawin. Baka naman kailangan ko lang talagang mag-focus sa mga goals ko, mag-pray, do the hard work, and then kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin, and then you shall receive the blessings. To be honest, you just have to bear with it. To be honest, you just have to keep trusting the process. Lagi ko sinasabi yan. And of course, because our Reiki principle number 4 is just for today, I am at peace. And this is one of the Reiki principles that, again, easier said than done. Because pag nasa waiting game ka, when you're doing the hard work, and let's face it, you can be emotionally drained, physically and mentally drained, and even spiritually drained kapag ang daming trabaho, kapag laging nauubos yung panahon natin kakatrabaho. But we need to do it. And let's face it, pag uwi natin sa bahay, tapos matutulog na lang tayo. And sometimes, yung mga times na nagmumuni-muni tayo bago tayo matulog, that is when we feel impatient, we feel the anger, we feel the hate, we feel very impatient, and it will give you less inner peace. And I'm telling you, well, just for today, I will be honest, kung naramdaman, we have to acknowledge it. But trust again. Again, hindi tayo pinarurusahan. God really just wants us to keep learning from this situation, from this experience, and anong totoong lesson? Lesson of hard work, lesson of patience, lesson of being consistent, lesson of trusting God's plans for you. And because just for today, our last Reiki principle is, I shall be respectful of all life. Pero the keyword there is actually respect. We also have to respect God's divine timing. And I can never express this so much na there are a lot of experiences in my past na ako din mismo very impatient. Ako din mismo minsan nagagalit sa Diyos. Ako din mismo parang nang-question of His ways, of the experiences, or how life basically unfolded for me in the past. And there are times na napuno talaga ng galit yung puso ko. But you know what? After now, I applied lahat ng tinuturo ko sa inyo ngayon, I realized that there is just so much respect in God's divine timing. I have to fully give so much respect to that divine timing. Kasi hindi mo necessarily mararamdaman, hindi mo necessarily makikita, hindi mo necessarily maiintindihan why you have to go through all this, especially now. Why? Because dinadama pa natin yung hirap. Dinadama pa natin yung ating rhythm. So we have to feel very tired physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually until we receive the blessing and until we see the timeline kung doon natin ma-realize, kung dito palang binigay niyo yung blessing, baka dito hindi ko na siya ma-appreciate. Minsan may ganon. Hindi. Oftentimes, ganun yun. So we have to develop so much respect with the natural flow of God's plans for us. And you know what? Once we do, and once we see that, you will develop so much self-respect. And that will truly inspire the people around you as well. Which in return, you will gain so much respect again. And your story will definitely be the inspiration of everybody else. And that is it for our episode for today. If you like this episode, do not forget to give it a good thumbs up. And also, if you have any comments, suggestions, or topics in the future that you would want us to discuss, pakilagay dyan sa ibaba. And if you have any personal dealings or any situation that you may be needing our spiritual guidance and advice, naka-flash naman sa screen natin ngayon ang ating email address. Send us an email. We will help you and we will definitely honor your identity should you wish to remain anonymous. But for now, magpapahinga muna tayo because I know Gina ka tayo dito sa mga living an abundance years. I mean, after all, who doesn't want to be very abundant? And I'm telling you, marami pa itong kasunod. But for now, this has been Marky Mendoza again, na laging nagpapaalala to keep trusting the process. Namaskaram.